Okay, we're back while things are happening here. Umpires are back in the central position. Eastern Suburbs have already broken up after being
got the clock
by...
going already. Good for Brett.
Sorry for interrupting while you're talking there, Noel. Eastern Suburbs try to get things rolling in this last quarter. They're only 5 points down. Anakie, of course, took a little longer to break up here. Now they're broken up and spectators moving off the field. Goal kickers to three-quarter time for the Suburbs. 2 to Brett Loughton, 3 to Craig McGough, 2 to Shane Webridge and 1 to Robbie Reuter. Whilst for Anakie, singles to Phil Gavin, Glenn Menzies, Darryl Bissett, Corey Bissett, Jamie Elmer and 4 goals. Kicked by Brendan Jolly, who's been very effective at centre-half forward since quarter time.
Yes, he certainly has, and adds that little bit of strength, doesn't it, to the forward line?
Oh, he goes straight ahead for a forward, doesn't he?
Kicks the ball a very long way.
And big kick. And well, he's kicked 4. He might well have kicked 5 there with a bit of luck if young Empress hadn't. Well, I don't know what would have gone through. He should have taken the mark anyway, I suppose, shouldn't he? Because it hit his hands and no pressure there. But anyway, that young fellow has been a little lively this afternoon. But Brendan Jolly's certainly been very good at centre-half forward.
Okay, well now we've got starting off in the ruck David Lucas, a slighter but taller Dave Lucas, who was quite athletic. He's going to be tackling the effervescence of Paul Welsh. The bounce is a bad one though, and it's allowed the Heap, who's just been coasting around half back here this afternoon, kicks it up to half forward. The bounce was a cruel one for young Nemtis and has allowed Mick O'Leary to come in, drills up the half forward. Norman moved to the forward line early in that second quarter. Hasn't been able to really make any influence or impact on that particular position as yet.
Obviously, Scotty Simon didn't think he could do any good. He tried to outmark him from behind instead of doing the defensive fist. He got away with it. Welsh gets the knock down as the ball's thrown back into the ground here. Bissett coming through. He left the football behind. Norman picks it up. Long kick from Julian Norman into the forward zone. Lawton, no mark. Peters a goal. Left foot snap. It's home. Eagles are back in front.
Great roving from Shorty there. That's his job in the forward line. Julian Norman a quick kick down off Loughton's hands, and Shorty kicks his first goal of the afternoon and puts him back in front.
And the Wood Duck is ecstatic.
Oh, he would be. He would be. And if they get up, it'll be a big night.
Won't be for the Wood Duck. He couldn't drink any more than he's drunk this afternoon, surely.
No, he'll keep going all night, Wood Duck. Don't worry. Don't worry.
9 goals, 10-64 Eastern Suburbs. Anakie 9-9-63. Geelong Football Umpires League bring us the final quarter. Their sponsors of guest video is Ronnie opening his mouth ready for another stanza, I think.
Thank you very much, Cookie. Umpire in Gavin Habib comes in, bounce down, not too bad at all. Gives the ruckman every opportunity. Lucas does well. Got it to an opportunity for McGough. He lost it. Pack of players form. Pretty untidy stuff as we see Belair's eventually break clear. Will it sit for him? He can't pick it up. He does so now. Goes back into traffic. But was good enough to get out of it and kick quickly up there looking for Jolly. This occasion beaten by Canellis, who did very well. And the umpire will be forced to come in and bounce down. That's centre-half forward, a good 55 metres from the Anakie goal.
Tate and Reuter do the ruck work. Tate gets a tap straight to Darryl Bissett. Quick right foot kick to the teeth of goal. Running back with the flight of the ball. Gogol is out of bounds on the full. Penalty free kick right next to the point post to Stefanovski. Point the difference here. 9-10 plays 9-9. Quick goal to Peters, giving the Suburbs the lead in the early stage of this final quarter. Ball, short kick to Rundle. Back to Stefanovski running across goal. Out towards O'Leary. He's in front, can take the mark on his chest at half back. He's got Lucas leading in front of Welsh. He goes towards there on the outer side wing. Meets it on the first bounce. Handball back, or nearly a throw to O'Leary, but gets it back. He's running through the wing position. Right foot kick towards Norman at centre-half forward in front of Simons and takes a good mark. Being moved to centre-half forward halfway through the third quarter. And Sparkles takes the mark at centre-half forward.
He looks down the ground. He lanes up on the right foot. He elects to go long. It's a big long one from Norman too. Lane goes back. Probably should have taken the mark. Peters again. Left foot snap. Don't tell me. It's home. The Wood Duck. The Wood Duck shot the horn goal. He just fell up the top of that truck down there, the Wood Duck. It's through. It's a goal. Dave Peters kicks his second goal for the quarter, and the Suburbs now lead by
7 points.
7 points, I think.
Yeah,
I knew someone to tell me eventually.
What a great goal. What an opportunity to Shorty Peters. And, 10-10-70. Anakie 9-9-63. Geelong Football Umpires League final quarter scoreboard. And we've gone 3.5 minutes of this final quarter. And we do have a ball game, gentlemen.
Now, Shorty Peters, he said this is all right. He's just gone back into the goal square there. Now, his opponent has yet to pick him up. He's decided, Mickey Carter, to stay up the ground. He is 30 yards away from where Shorty Peters is at this stage.
And Daryl Bissett's noticed that and is shaking his head in disbelief.
Bounce down, back on the centre of the ground. Ball out of the centre is important here. Welsh has got it. He's tackled, tries to get a kick in. Gibbons been quiet since quarter time. Picks up and tumbles the left foot round the body to half forward. Good mark. Tate from behind. Outmarked Big Reuter. That's a good effort from behind. And Tate now looks down the ground. He hooks it away from where Corey was leading. Gogol couldn't handle the footy. Stefanowski's a chance at ground level. Rundle. He's in a bit of stripe. He hand passes a point. And it's a rush one. The Anakie Football Club given away there by Radar Rundle, who was going to be pretty hot if he decided to do anything else with it, I'd suggest.
Yeah, went for the percentage, I'd suggest, and just to save any opportunity of a goal for the Anakie side as the ball brought back into play. Stefanowski goes to the skipper in Radar Rundle in the left forward pocket.
70 plays 64, the Suburbs in front on the Geelong Football Umpires League scoreboard.
Out towards half back, Hobbs dropped the mark and was under pressure from Belair's. And the umpire will come in and bounce the ball. At centre half back for the Eagles.
Good news for Daryl Bissett. Mickey Carter is now 90 yards away from Dave Peters.
Free kick picked out by the umpire, and it's going to go to Hobbs at half back for the Eastern Suburbs side. He goes inside into the centre. Oh, looked for Lucas, but it was too wide. And Paul Welsh took the mark and nearly took a high one from Lucas also.
Well, I don't think nearly. I think that's his second one of the day, and not getting much from the umpires. He hasn't retaliated. He's done pretty well, Big Welsh. He looks out wide there for Beggs. Up he goes. Can't take the mark. Got it at ground level. Gets it away from Wembridge. Back it goes to Daryl Bissett. His kick's charged down. He goes in after it, paddles it forward. Gives Gibbons a bit of a chance. They stack it on top of him out there. So too Bissett in that pack, and Dave Lucas. It'll be a ball up decision. Great smother there. I think it was Dave Lucas that did the smothering on Daryl Bissett's kick and has held up play. Just the defensive side of the centre for the Eastern Suburbs side.
6 points the difference. Ball up now, Lucas and Welsh. Lucas gets his left hand to it. Watson, the run of the ball, can't take it with him. Franken intercepts. He's over the top of the ball, taps it out. O'Leary, good little chip kick to Wembridge. Now you can run along the wing. Good kick also to Norman all over his head. He's got to turn around. Scotty Simon's the first to turn around there. Gets support from Carter, so that 90 metres away from Shorty Peters has helped him that time. He gets it out wide towards Nemtis. He gets around one. Short little kick towards Carter, who's followed up, taken the mark. And he's taken in front of Watson.
Yeah, Watson obviously saw the ball hit the ground first, but the umpire had his back to it, so he's given him the advantage.
And away goes Mickey Carter, looking for the lead there of Elmer. He couldn't mark. And slipping in, taking one for the Suburbs.
Matty Hobbs.
It's Hobbs here. Just got out of the game a little bit since half-time, Hobbs. Now he likes to run around on the right foot at centre half-back. He kicks the ball over at the centre of the ground. Simon again tries to outmark Norman from behind and pays the penalty this time. I don't think the Heap will be too happy with that either, as Julian Norman takes the grab in front, chips it out wide. The kick's okay. Lang takes the mark. He's well out in front of Menzies on this occasion. The short one is on. The lead is there. Mark dropped that time by Loughton, but he's got the free kick. And Mickey Carter is being escorted from the ground by the runner. Can have a spell on the interchange bench, I would think, but free kick down there in the forward pocket to Brent Loughton.
If he can't do what he's told, that's where he sits. Undisciplined play. You can't do that with next week the finals coming up for Anakie. The Heap has seen that.
Loughton's chipped it across. I would have thought he'd go for goal, but the angle too acute, he decided. And his chip pass across the ground's pretty good to Craig McGough, who's been a fine player for the Suburbs this afternoon, and he'll go back and try and steer through his 5th goal for the Eagles.
He goes in now, right foot kick straight through it, but he's missed to the far side. In fact, he's missed everything as it's out of bounds on the full poor kick from Craig McGough on that occasion, and Welsh to take the free kick in the last line defence for the Anakie side.
He didn't really take enough time on that one, did he?
Well, Stephen Green's the new opponent for Dave Peters, and he is more or less standing on his toes. I think the Heap would be a bit happier with that.
Welsh now, out of side, Eastern Suburbs ground, the sun in his face. He goes now towards half back, looking for Simons. Norman in front, good mark, and he's done all right since he's moved to centre half forward, Julian Norman. He's at half forward now. Goes with his right foot towards Lang and Menzies. Oh, Lang, good mark in the middle of the pack from Purse.
Yeah, Purse, bit of spring in the old legs yet too. He just timed it perfectly on that occasion, and the spring was enough to pick the footy out between the two opponents.
He's had a great contest with Menzies this afternoon too.
Yeah, I thought Menzies probably had the honours in the first half.
Yeah, and I think Lang's still turned it around, hasn't he? The third quarter was quite good.
You missed this.
Fano said he'll miss it.
Well, he's had that practice kick that he often has.
He'll kick it straight through the middle. No doubt about it.
Spoken like a true Eastern Suburbs boy. As we wait on Peter Lang, distance not a problem for him. Got to kick it about 40 metres if that goes back. The goal umpire leans back straight over the top of his hat. It's home. Oh, the Ducks tooting that horn again down there. It's home. It's a goal. First done one of the day for Peter Lang. They've gone to 10 goals, 10-70 to 9-10-63. Unless that scoreboard's a bit slower.
It's 11. It's 11.
It's 11-10-76 to 9-10-63. I'm just wondering whether Anakie can raise another 9-10-64, that says, but that's correct too. Final quarter. Put us by the Geelong Football Umpires League.
Correct call, David Cook. 12 points the margin, and Eastern Suburbs look as though they're going to bear the fruit that I suggested in that first quarter. And Noel Fanning is being himself as usual.
Suggesting that you're a rabbit, Ron.
Back in the centre, Rundle.
Well, I'd like to think
good
so.
handball out. McGough, he can run it down centre half forward now. It goes for the lead. Oh, he stopped though, Loughton. He was on a lead. He stopped. The Costello got in front of him, and he takes the mark. He plays on now. Goes to the outer side. Handball. Daryl Bissett has got time. Shepherded by Costello. Kicks it back inside. Looking for Elmer. It's over his head. Rundle can't take it. Reuter. Good play by him at centre half back. Over McGough's head. Simons takes the mark, plays on quickly, out towards half forward. Gemmell is on the ground, taps it in front of him, back in towards Bailey, and also Franken, who kicks off the ground. It's going to let O'Leary in. He's going to be shepherded by Reuter. He's got time to get around Franken, or he handballs into the ground, tries to kick it off the ground also. Reuter's there. Gibbons, being quiet, but picks the ball up. Left foot kick around the corner. Jeff Belair's can't take it. It falls to Bissett. He tries to tap it out to Brendan Jolly. Great play. Good tackle by Canellis, though, to tackle him just as he was about to kick for goal, and it's dribbled over the line and a boundary throw in.
Good work from Neville Gogol out here at half forward too. Certainly lost none of his tenacity at the football, Gogol. Did some nice little things out here that might have gone unnoticed.
Yeah, certainly. Cookie's always in there giving his pound of flesh.
Boundary throw in forward pocket. Anakie need a goal badly. Corey Bissett does the ruck work. It goes over the top of the pack. Tried to crash his way through there. Phil Gavin couldn't do so. Stepanowski kicks out the half back. O'Leary in front of Gibbons, and he takes the mark.
And 52, I believe.
They're screaming for 50 metres down here in front of us, and they've got it too. So Mickey Gibbons having to come back a fair way on the mark. Started off well on O'Leary, I thought, but O'Leary's gradually shaken the tag and played quite a useful game of footy here for the Suburbs. He's on centre wing. The pass is towards Peter Lang, who leads well out in front of Menzies. He gets around on that right foot, sells the dummy nicely, goes back now, lays back on the kick up to the forward zone. High flyers wanted. Up was Costello trying to take another spec. He couldn't do so. The hand pass back to Daryl Bissett was good, and little Phil Gavin does nicely. Chips in and takes the mark in front of O'Leary. He's played on, he's in trouble, he's caught, he's gone. He wasn't told. But the free kick, the advantage is played to Bailey. Picks it up. Bailey's gone along now towards Lawton. And he takes the mark in the pocket. And Phil Gavin is a very dishevelled player at the moment. He'd be very disappointed with that performance, Roddy. But I don't think he was told.
Yeah, I'm sure of that. So you really can't be totally blamed for that little misdemeanour. But it's going to be an expensive overture, because I would suggest young Lawton should kick his third goal here this afternoon. He's no more than 10 metres out. Angle is pretty acute, but he'll probably play on, which he does, and hooks it back, and I think you'll find he's popped it right through.
Third goal of the day to Brett Lawton. 3-2 his personal tally, and the Eagles are finishing the stronger at the present time.
That's good, isn't it? 3 goals in front, Eastern Suburbs. 12 goals, 10. They move on to 82, and they lead Anakie 9-10-64 on the Geelong Football Umpires League final quarter scoreboard. And we've been going 13 minutes in this final quarter. 4
goals to 0 in the final quarter the Suburbs way, Ronnie. They're finishing full of running.
Yes, certainly. So obviously the words of wisdom that Mickey Thompson flung at the boys at three-quarter time has worked well.
And it's just unfortunate a few games during the season where they had a go to win the games that they lost, the tight ones, they could have been actually challenging this afternoon for a final spot against Anakie.
Spoken like a true Eastern Suburbs boy.
Give it away. I picked Anakie. What are you talking about?
You won't be able to walk into the club rooms
The tips
afterwards.
are just gone anyway.
Bounced out of the setup. Welsh does the ruck work, takes it out of the air. He's claimed to the tackle. Rundle steals the footy. The umpire had already blown the whistle, though, for another ball up decision, I think you'll find. Radar was off there. He's got over a bit of a straightened up, I think.
Yeah, a bit disappointed, too, I think, when the umpire blew his whistle. Bounce down, right in the middle of Richmond Crescent. Oh, shepherding. Could have been shepherding, I think you'll find, but he's gone the other way. Lucas a little bit unlucky on that occasion because, the big fella just stood his ground and, well, there's been a holding charge, so poor Welsh.
Aren't you allowed to stand your ground anymore?
Well, I suppose you can, David, yes.
Goes out wide looking for Bissett. McGough comes across. Oh, he interfered, but there's no free kick. Gibbons off the ground. Good kick. Franken takes a good mark in front of Bailey.
Now, Franken's a very good kick for goal, right? I saw him kick a lot of goals down at Ocean Grove. Better on the run, actually, than the set shot, but he's a very long kick. You'll need to be from here. Comes in. The right foot shot for goal. It's a long kick. It's swinging back into the goal square. Wembridge goes up. Canellos gathers and hand passes it through for another rush behind. The margin now is back to 17 points. On the Geelong Football Umpires League final quarter scoreboard.
Very good indeed. Final quarter ticking down. Stefanovski elects to go to the outer side. Up they go, down she comes. Oh, a nice mark to Glenn Menzies, who was a little quiet in the third term. This time recovers. Kicks the ball long up there looking for Corey Bissett. The ball well fisted away from him. Now, who can pick the footy up? Al McCann. Ducks weaves, gives it all, lost it there to his opponent on that occasion, trying to pick him up. I think it might have been Wembridge. Yes, it was. And he's been quite a busy little performer for the Suburbs here this afternoon also.
Andrew throwing now. Lucas runs from the centre of the ground to do the ruck work against Welsh. He taps it over the back of the pack. Jeff Beliers runs through, but without the ball. Well smothered by Reuter there. Wembridge pushed off the ball. Comes out the back of the pack to O'Leary, who runs onto it. Greaves. Oh, he gets around Greaves too easily, and he runs now through half-back. Quick kick, and he's got Norman, who's played well. Oh, he's dropped the mark, though. He's played well in this final quarter. Handball over the top, puts O'Leary under pressure. Franken gets the handball away. Paul Welsh now has got time to steady, and a good kick too, because he finds Tate. Oh, Tate drops the mark, though. Can he get around Delamonica? He can, who slips at the crucial moment. Left foot kick from the lead for Bissett. Oh, and Corey at the second attempt takes the mark.
Yeah, good lead there. Justin Tate made hard work of that particular effort at half forward. But, well, Corey Bissett's got an opportunity now from 35 metres. Pretty tight angle, as you can see there. He's only about 10 metres in from the boundary line. But normally a prodigious kick of the football.
Look at this.
Goal umpire just watches it sail straight over the top of his hat. Great goal, Corey Bissett.
Gee, that was a beautiful kick. The goal umpire took up the correct position directly behind the man on the mark and where Corey was running in from, and he didn't move 1 foot, or his left or his right, Ronnie.
That's
didn't
correct.
move either of them, and just laid back and watched it sail over the top of the well, but 60 metres above his head. It went through. It was a sensational kick, and he's put them back in the game. They've gone to 10-11-71, Anakie. Eastern Suburbs 12-10-82. It's 11 points the difference on the Geelong Football Umpires League scoreboard, and it's 17 minutes gone. Bannockburn Spooning Trophies bringing us the time clock for the final quarter.
Yeah, good on you, Pam and David Glover out there at Bannockburn. Very good selection of all sorts of sporting goods, from trophies to bags to caps, you name it, they've got it.
Back in the centre now. Lucas gets the tap down towards Rundle, intercepted by Bissett. Lang's in there also over the top of the ball. The umpire will have to come in and bounce it. Plenty of time left for Anakie to get back into this match. Only 11 points down. 12-10 plays 10-11.
Darryl Bissett seems to have moved himself on the ball too just about now. I think Ronnie might be starting to stir the boys up a bit.
Yes,
Big Welsh takes the ball out of the ruck work. He's done that pretty well today. Kicks it out wide to the run of Nemtis. Wembridge is there with him. Nemtis, though, well shepherded by Beggs. Oh, he running to the fence. He keep it in. Yes, sir. Now he's got it out, unfortunately. He hand pass okay there to Beggs. But he pushed up the fence and still managed to keep the ball in. That's a fair effort, isn't it?
It looked that way. I think it might have been a little bit deceiving, Cookie, from our angle.
Oh, okay, Rod.
But, yeah, I felt the same way as you did, mate.
It's certainly out of bounds now, and the boundary umpire's about to throw it back into play.
Thank you very much. Welsh, Lucas, Welsh again, fists it to the direction there of the run of, I think you'll find that's young Nemptus again. Support Belair's, can he pick it up? He hasn't been able to pick it up all day. There's been a free kick though for a push. And I think Jeff Belair's would be better off if he grabbed the ball one grab rather than paddle it on all the time, because he gets himself into a little bit of strife. Oh, there's a free kick there, I'd suggest, for a high tackle, I think you'll find.
Wembridge will take it, and Nemptus has conceded it. There wasn't much doubt about it, was you?
Without.
Last line defence now. Wembridge, short kick, Stefanovski runs off Bissett, takes the mark in between full-back and centre-half back. He comes towards the grandstand side. Lang makes the lead for him and finds him. Good second grab, takes the mark. He's got the honours in the second half so far against Menzies. He's playing quite well. Plays on now. Short kick, the lead from O'Leary. He's in front of Gibbons, who gives up the chase too easily. Gets around the corner. Oh, poor kick though off the boot, looking for Dave Lucas by O'Leary. And a free kick to Jason Greaves at half-back for the Roos.
Yeah, Greaves went to go short. The Bissett saw he was covered. He's kicked it around the boundary. A clean bowls Franken. Bailey left it behind. Close to the fence, the ball's gone out now. It's been ably assisted over there by Peter Lang, who's helped the ball over the boundary line. Boundary throw in front of the Eagles coaching box. Just attacking side of centre wing in Anakie's favour. High throw in. Dean Watson knocks the ball to the turf to O'Leary's hand pass is very good. Give it to McGough. McGough, give it to Lang. Lang, give it back to McGough. On the way go the Eagles. He straightens up McGough. The passes on. The lead is a beauty. And the kick's not bad either. And Loughton takes another one. And he should go back. Go get the runner out. Tell him to have a shot. Casey starts thinking about passing the football again when he's within kicking distance. He kicks the ball 55 or 60 metres. He should go back and drill it. Brett Loughton goes for goal. Oh, I think that's home. Yes, it's there. Lovely kick. He's kicked his fourth, Loughton. He's had a pretty good second half. And the Eagles regain that ascendancy that was momentarily lost by Corey Bissett's great goal.
Yes, certainly, Cookie. And credit to the Eastern Suburbs side. They've stuck to their task all afternoon. 20 and a half minutes gone to the final quarter. It's brought to us by the Geelong Football Umpires League. And, of course, Bannockburn Sporting Trophies. As we see now, Suburbs 13-10-88. They lead Anakie 10-11-71. And it wouldn't be a good preparation for the Anakie Footy Club going into finals next week. But they did rest a few of their better players.
Well, no doubt Cameron will play.
No doubt.
Who are the other ones?
Cook, Hearn, Coots.
All play, I think. All in the best 20.
Yeah.
21. I think that'll happen. Up they go at the centre of the ground. Oh, we said that was a bit
Radar better check to see if his hand's still there.
Yes, a bit of a fresh air up and down, up and undershot that one. He got the ball a little bit forward, picked up in that pack by Paul Welsh. He dominated the play in the centre of the ground. He kicks it out wide towards Nemptus. Too far for that player. Wembridge on his tail. It's out of bounds down there. About half forward flank, not quite perhaps for Anakie. They're in attack, trailing 10-11-71 to 13-10-88. 17-point leaders are the Eastern Suburbs on their home turf in their final game of the season.
Tate gets the tap down. Greaves gets a quick kick and it falls to Jamie Elmer. Play on, no 10 metres. Oh, Reuter goes without it. Around Tate again. Good tackle. Falls to McGough. Quick right foot kick towards centre half back. O'Leary in front. Good play by Gibbons to punch it away. Canella straight through. Diesel straight through the pack. Good play. Left foot kick towards the boundary line. Paul Welsh lumbers after it, but it's going to beat him over the line and a boundary throw in. So 17 points the difference. 22 minutes gone in the final quarter.
Ball now out of side centre wing position. Dave Lucas up against the big fella Welshie. Welsh got it down. Bolair, so he can't pick it up. Lucas though can, as we see an opportunity for the big fella, the heap. Daryl Bissett, the coach of the Anakie side, drives the ball long. Up there looking for Benny Beggs. He backs out of the pack, gets a quick kick. Well done, young fella. As the ball though spews out towards Canellis. And the Diesel clears the ball comfortably for the Suburbs.
Here comes Bailey. He gathers the ball short of the centre wing, gets round onto his left foot, kicks up the ground. Out comes Norman, dropped the plum pudding. Up. Through went Alma, took out Scotty Simon, and also might have got Norman on the way by the look of that. Goes the ball back towards Lang. Lang's hand pass over the top's all right. Dave Lucas, a long one. Robbie Reuter swallows these. He loves them. They're bread and butter. Bang! He kicked the goal.
Oh, no, what Duck's happy too. So that polishes off the game for Eastern Suburbs. And Julian Norman copped one a bit high on the wing as he goes off. And the Eastern Suburbs Eagles 14 goals, 10-94, 23-point leaders over Anakie 10-11-71. The Geelong Football Umpires League final quarter scoreboard. So Robbie Reuter kicks his second for the day.
And Aaron Hyatt coming on to replace the somewhat stunned and perhaps injured as well. Got a bit of blood coming out of the nose and the mouth there, Julian Norman. Got to give credit to Noel Fanning there. We lost the picture for a minute. That was because of a technical problem. Fano's got it back almost immediately, and he said it normally would take 2 weeks to get that fixed if I sent that part away. He said, I fixed it in about 17 seconds. He's unbelievable, isn't he?
He's an absolute legend at his own lunchtime.
He's not getting enough money.
Back in the centre now, Welsh and Lucas. Up. Lucas gets it down. McGough, quick kick towards centre half forward. Simons goes back. Oh, gets an unfavourable bounce. Hyatt keeps it in front of him. Friday. Robbie Reuter runs through without the ball. Hyatt gets it though. Free kick for a push. And Shane Friday will take it at half back. And the supporters are not too happy with that. The Eagles supporters there.
Go today.
Sorry?
I think the Eagles supporters shouldn't be disappointed in the umpire. I think they've had a pretty fair game.
Oh, Wembridge gets the tap away from Elmer. Stephen Green leads in the race for the ball. He's done well since he's come on against Shorty Peters. Kept him out of the game. It runs along the boundary line but stays in. Wembridge has got time. Across the ground. Bissett in front of McGough. And Daryl Bissett takes the mark. He plays on quickly. Gives it to Stephen Green at half back, who's loose. Short little kick to Greaves. Good play by Delamonica to push it away. Oh, Greaves off the ground. Gets it towards Elmer. Can he keep it in? He taps it along the boundary line. He does keep it in. Watson, he doesn't though. And a boundary throw in.
Far side of the ground, the game ticking away. The Eagles have come back after looking gone at one stage in the third quarter. They've come back and they're going to have a very resounding victory here against finalist Anakie. Boundary throw in. Welsh again takes the ball out of the air. Again is able to get his foot to it. He does that perfectly. Kicks towards Tate, who can't take the mark. He taps the ball away. Goes back to Bailey. Bailey straightens up on the right foot and kicks it long towards the centre wing position. Far side of the ground. The umpire's blown the whistle and paid the mark. And 50 metres against Big Paul Welsh there.
We see Norman and Gemmell back on for the Eagles as Robbie Reuter and Shorty Peters come off. So Norman back at centre half forward. 50 metre paid. Dave Lucas to take it.
Okay. David is, yes. Good call from Jason Doherty. A little chip. Good lead too. And they're doing it pretty well as they like at the present time, Cookie.
Yes, it is a bit comfortable, isn't it?
This guy's done all right too. Brent Loughton, 4 goals. And he's given a couple off also. Had a pretty productive afternoon against one of the better fullbacks in the league. Michael Costello would be right up there with your favourite son, Scotty Cowie.
Here comes Brett Loughton coming in and drilling a long one at the goal. It's a lovely kick. I think it might have made it.
Offline.
Just drifted offline. The distance was there. The accuracy just missing. Took a long time to get the signal there for the umpire, didn't it, Ronnie? You had a puff on your smoke, actually, during that time.
I did so, but it was a bit tricky. As we see,
1 point only.
Sir Robert bring the ball back into play. Out there looking for Neptus. The high flyer at the back was trying to pick him up. I think it might have been young Wembridge again.
And getting back to Brent Loughton, of course, he'll be well remembered this day for kicking his 4 goals through, giving a couple away, and being the stepladder for Mick Costello's sensational mark.
Certainly.
Wembridge runs onto the ball but misses it. Nemtis, he pushes it towards the boundary line and takes it over. So 24 points of difference, 4-goal victory for the Eagles at the moment. Not long to go. Boundary throw in. Norman and Welsh should do the ruck work. Welsh has been in the ruck all day for the Roos. Norman gets a tap down. Running onto it, Hobbs can't take it with him. Off the ground, Lang straight across the goal face, out of bounds on the full, and Costello to take the free kick.
Yeah, he straightens up, has a look up the ground. He sees the lead of Stephen Green, who's able to take the mark and play on him. Loves to run, Steve Green. This kick's not bad. Puts it out in front of Jason Franken, who's got clean bowl. Bailey's first back on the football. Steadies. Elects the hand pass. Took a while to do it too. Got it to Andrew Reuter. He's looked out wide. His hand pass is a bouncing type of variety thereof. Got it across to Gemmell. Gemmell now goes on right foot, chipping it in too far. That occasion for McGough and Greaves. Coming into the play here and laying a nice tackle there too. Play on the call. Let it go. Hobbs might have thrown that one out. It looked a bit nicky. Julian Norman takes the kick, tumbles the punt. It spirals out towards the hot dog stand and out of bounds it goes.
There you go, George. Wait.
Ball right forward pocket. About 50 metres from the Suburbs goal, doing all the attacking in the late stages of this final quarter. Round 19 match of the day here at Eastern Suburbs, the home of the Eagle. Conditions perfect, isn't it, for this great game of ours, Australian rules footy, as we see the heap now. Daryl Bissett clear the ball out to centre wing. In front, the Ranger. Couldn't quite pull it in. Good work there from Justin Tate. Knocks the ball out of bounds right in front of the commentary position here. Members side centre wing of Richmond Crescent.
Boundary umpire now, throws it in. Welsh the front position, Lucas comes across, Welsh uses the body, keeps it in front of him. Oh, he's tackled now by Lucas, and he's dropped the ball. Free kick called, and play on, advantage paid. Delamonica gets the handball to McGough, he's running through the centre of the ground now, can set something up. Right foot kick, Loughton, he's in front of Costello and takes a good mark. He's had a good game this afternoon, as we've already said. Good play by McGough to pick him out there, and Loughton finished off with a good mark.
Especially his second half's been very good, hasn't it, Loughton?
Yep.
I think he might have kicked all his goals in the second half, actually.
He's kicked 4 of those. He lines up for his 5th. He's given away a couple as well, so he's had a good afternoon's work. Comes in with his left foot. Low trajectory kick straight through the behind post for another one. 4 goals, 4 this afternoon for Brent Loughton.
Is that dog?
Well, it's not the Corio dog. We've never seen that one again. Costello going to put the ball back into play. Just taking his time here, Mick, picking out, has looked for Stephen Green. No, Alex to go far side of the ground. There's a lead out there. The kick's not too good. It was meant for Beggs. It was taken by Hobbs. And he's inside 50. He's selected to go the pass as well.
Kick.
And the kick's very nice. And Peter Lang just slides into that one very nicely, and he will have the shot. Well within kicking distance, about 35 metres out.
He's kicked 1 goal this afternoon. And he's taken the honours in the second half from Menzies, who had a very good first half against him.
Yeah, but a real good duel, that one.
Yep.
That's been one of the highlights of the day.
Certainly has.
Yes, it has, David.
He missed it.
Very much so. I am still awake.
Fano said he'll miss it. He'll kick this one again.
It's even
Fano.
more sensational.
This will be 2 Potiomi, Fano. Straight through the middle. Look at that. Beautiful. That's Tiomi. That's his second this afternoon.
He doesn't get there, does he?
Yeah. And the Wood Ducks giving the Horn an extra blast for that one too. Just get the score up there. Look at the empty cans. It's he's in about his 47th, 48th. Scoreboard. Eastern
David,
Suburbs,
I think you'll find there's a monitor just in front of you there, David.
Thank you very much. 15, 12, 101. Anakie 10, 11, 70, 102, 10, 11, 71. And we've played 31 minutes of the final quarter.
Just about siren time. Suburbs victorious in the final home and away match of round 19, I should say. Division 1 GFL footy for 95. Paul Welch there trying to get the ball out. Good tackle, Craig McGough. He's not frightened of anybody, that youngster.
Ball up in the middle of the ground again. Welsh to do battle with Lucas. Good bounce too. Welsh tries to take it out of the ruck again. He does so, keeps it in front of him. Jeff Belair's runs through the middle of the pack. Kick towards the wing, but there's the siren.
It is all over.
And the Eagles have finished off. Oh, straight. I'm throwing pens around everywhere here with 7 goals for the final quarter. 15 goals, 12, 102. And the Anakie side have kicked 1 goal for the last quarter, 10, 11, 71. To go down by 31 points.
Yeah, great effort to the Eastern Suburbs side, and that will give them some cheer for next season, as it now has come to a conclusion for the 1995 season.
Pushed it out of the way,
Congratulations, Mickey Thompson and the Eastern Suburbs Footy Club for a great victory here this afternoon. Goal kickers first of all for Eastern Suburbs. Brett Loughton with 4 goals for here this afternoon. A fine effort at full forward. 3 goals to Craig McGough. 2 goals apiece to Peter Lang, David Peters, Robbie Reuter and Shane Webridge. Anakie, Brendan Jolly with 4. 2 goals to Corey Bissett. Singles to Jamie Elmer, Daryl Bissett, Glenn Menzies and Phil Gavin. Your better players this afternoon, Cookie.
Well, it was just an interesting game that not a lot of players played that well for 4 quarters. I think Loughton was terrific after half time, and I thought that we've got my son giving me a cuddle here while I'm trying to talk. Just hang on, Ticker. Settle down, son. I thought Loughton was terrific after half time for Eastern Suburbs. It was a game, well, in the first quarter, I thought Scotty Simon was best on ground in the first quarter, but I thought after that he was lowering his colours to his opponents.
Yes.
Glenn Menzies I had playing terrific till half time, but Peter Lang came back at him. Wembridge I had very good for a couple of quarters, but they thought the best player on the ground today was Craig McGough. I gave him my 3 votes because he played for 4 quarters. He set them up early on and he continued his good work right throughout the afternoon, and his bulldozing tactics and packs is good to watch. I like the way he goes straight and hard for the footy. He doesn't care who's in the way either. Just go straight for him. And you've thrown me a bit here because I'm just doing the 2 and 1. I gave 2 votes to Big Paul Welsh. I thought his rucking was terrific after probably lowering his colours in the first quarter too, but he just took over around the ground and threw the centre bounces there, and well, another great game, and he must be a big chance to win the medal this year, the Neville Whitley medal. And 1 point I hadn't decided. I'm going to give it to Brent Loughton because I thought after half time he might have been the difference. He kicked his goals, did very nicely.
Okay. Well, yeah, it's amazing, isn't it? Well, I'm not going to argue with you. That's the way I've gone this afternoon.
I've gone 1 vote Paul Welsh because I thought his game, he rucked all day for Anakie, and I thought he was close to 2 votes for me. But Brent Loughton with his 4 goals, and he chipped a couple over to a couple other players as well. I gave him 2 votes, and I've given 3 votes to Craig McGough too. He started the game for Eastern Suburbs in a blaze of glory with 3 goals, and continued on in the second half too, driving them out of the centre and setting up Loughton for most of his goals, and I've given him 3 votes.
What about Cowie?
Okay. Look, Cowie, he might get some next week, but, well, that's a pretty well easy way to do it for the final home and away games. I'm sorry to bore you there, fellas. I've got to make a special mention to Benny Beggs. He was probably the next best Anakie player for mine, but Welsh, yep, clearly Anakie's best player here this afternoon, and yeah, McGough and Loughton, excellent contributors for the Eastern Suburbs side. So congratulations to Craig McGough. He'll win the dinner for 2 at the Great Western Hotel. He'll also get a lovely glass tankard. He will also win the Bannockburn Sporting Trophies annual cup, and we do send a special cheerio to Pam Colley and family on the sudden and very unexpected and untimely death of her husband Steve Colley, who was one of the best halfback flankers that Newtown and Chula have ever seen. And I had the pleasure of playing with him in the 1978 Premiership side, as did Noel Fanning. So, yeah, we do send our deepest sympathy to the Colley family. Okay, gentlemen, well, thanks again for a very, very, well, quick 1995 for mine. The home and away series is now complete. We have the first semi tomorrow of Division 2, first semi of Division 1 the following Saturday. So, unless there's anything else, fellas, congratulations to the men in white here today. Dave Ashton, Gavin Habib, Aaron Tucker, Andy Quinn, Eric Lawrence and Chaz Rees. Jason, have you got anything further to add before we conclude our coverage here this afternoon?
Well, the final score, Eastern Suburbs, 15 goals, 12, 102. Defeated Anakie, 10 goals, 11, 71. And thank all our sponsors this afternoon for bringing our scoreboard, and the Bannockburn Sporting Trophies for bringing the time clock to us once again. We'll be back tomorrow afternoon for the first semi-final in Division 2. Our video crew today, Ron Brain and David Cook, a magic effort. We've got the pillow and the blanket waiting for Brainy downstairs, and our technical crew, Fano, and the man downstairs, Brett Rovier. And that'll do it for another guest video production.
Thank you very much.